series combination of two capacitors I am taking. Two parallel plate capacitors. This is capacitance C1, capacitance C2, plate number A, plate number B, plate number C, plate number D. Here one battery I am connecting. Switch S, battery EMF E. So students, in case of a series combination of two capacitors, how charge is going to be redistributed? Right now these two capacitors are neutral, no any charge, empty. These two capacitors, one after the another, nothing but a series combination. So in this series combination, students, two plates of a capacitor not connected to a battery. Remember this. In case of series combination, maybe one plate connected or maybe no plate connected to battery directly. Suppose two plates of capacitor directly connected to battery. That is not series, that is a parallel. So now here, these two, suppose take first capacitor, only one plate connect, another plate not connected directly to the battery, directly. So now in this series combination, right now no charge. Once the switch is closed, these two capacitors are going to be charged. So how the charge now? Just wait. Once the switch is closed, this battery take some positive charge from D and give that charge to A. That is the work by the battery. This battery, once the switch is closed, that is circuit is closed, this battery will take some positive energy from positive charge from D and the same charge transported to A. Suppose small q charge transported from D to A, suppose A becomes plus q, D becomes minus q, right? So small q charge transported from D to A through the battery. That's why D get minus q, A gets plus q. This is through the conduction process. Now come to plate B and C. Plate B is very nearer to A and C is nearer to the D. That's why students, in our previous electrostatics chapter, electric induction completed. That is separation of a charges in a conductors due to influence of external electric field. So due to influence of this plus q and minus q charge obtained by B, plus q charge obtained by the C. That means B and C, one isolated conductor. In that BC, q charge moved from one plate to another. So here to here, that's why minus q, this is the plus q. Again, net is a. So here to here q charge with the help of battery. But here to here minus q plus q, that is due to induction. So now, how much charge stored in the first capacitor? Q. How much charge stored in the second capacitor? Also Q. That means in case of a series combination of neutral capacitors, means uncharged capacitors, same charge will be stored. That is Q and Q. Suppose these two already charged. That is things different. That now I will explain later. Now neutral capacitors in the series combination, same charges. So now Q, this is the Q. Here potential difference, suppose V1. Here potential difference V2. Then you can find V1 equal to Q by C1. Similarly, here V2 equal to Q divided by C. That we know. Potential difference across first capacitor, potential difference across second capacitor. But in the first capacitor, which plate at high potential? Obviously, plate number A. Because electric field direction A to B. That's why A is at high potential, B is at low potential. What is the potential difference? Q by C1. What is the potential difference between C and D? Means VC minus VD. Again Q by C. Okay, now once now potential difference is over, now I am taking Kirchhoff's second principle. Yes, that is very simple. Any closed electric circuit, potential difference is a zero. Because suppose this point potential, suppose 4 volts. After completion of this circuit, again this point potential how much? 4 only. 4 volts minus 4 volts 0. So same concept is nothing but now Kirchhoff's second principle. Yes, in a closed loop of electric circuit, potential difference is a 0. That's why now I am starting from here and again ending here. Then potential difference is 0. All potential difference already we know. See, from A to B, what is the potential difference? A to B, A high potential, B low potential. So that means difference means final minus initial. Final means potential on B minus potential on A. B low potential. So answer minus V1. Next again C to D. D is again low potential than C. Minus V2. Yes. Now coming to here to here. This is positive, it is negative. So that's why negative to positive means second one high potential, first one low. That's why plus E equal to 0 because all 3 elements over. Now net potential difference is 0. So therefore E equal to V1 plus V2. But what is V1? Q by C1 plus Q by C2. Then Q into 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. That is C1 plus C2 by C1C. This is EMF E. Therefore, Q equal to, otherwise here, therefore Q equal to E into C1 C2 by C1 plus C. So this is the charge stored in each capacitor. Here same charge stored. Here also same charge stored. Once charge we know, next to all we can complete. So for example, charge completed. What is the electric field between these two? Q square by A, sorry, electric field only, not force. So electric field Q by A epsilon naught. Q by A epsilon naught. Suppose force between these two plates. Q square by 2A epsilon naught. Suppose potential difference. V1 equal to electric field into distance. So that's why charge. Suppose energy stored Q square by 2C. in C means C1 here. That's why once charge completed, remaining all you can now complete according to our previous equations. So now charge this much stored. Q equal to EMF of the battery into C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. Now same thing, same circuit. I am equating with one electric circuit involving only one capacitor instead of two capacitors. But the charge stored is the same, plus Q and minus Q. So now instead of these two capacitors, I am using single capacitor. But to store same charge is Q. So now this capacitance to store the same charge, how much capacitance required? This is known as a equivalent capacitance. To store same charge as stored by this combination, find the capacitance of a single capacitor to be connected in a circuit. Yes, okay, only one. Here Q equal to CE, therefore C equal to Q by E. Q is the same charge, already told same charge. So Q by E is nothing but A. C1 C2 by C1 plus C. So C equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. 1 by C equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2. So therefore, instead of connecting two capacitors of capacitances C1 comma C2, if you connect only single capacitor of capacitance, that is C equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2, you can store the same charge as stored by complete combination. That capacitance is known as a equivalent capacitance. So instead of using two or more than two also suppose. More than two, how to find out effective? 1 by C effective equal to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3 like that. So that is now complete series combination of two capacitors. First, how these two capacitors charged from there to last equivalent capacitance complete